This is Randy back at the shop. Today we're going to be working on the big black Chevy. Um, in the 400 build, I told you I was going to show you how to stretch the connecting rod bolts, and I didn't get it recorded. So we're going to do that today on a big black Chevy. I got all the parts back from the machine shop. I had to get it balanced, and the rods and pistons are already installed. So I'm going to show you stretching the rod bolts. And this here is your rod bolt gauge. Got a dial indicator on it. And this is an old rod bolt. It's got a recess in the end here on that end, and it's got a little dimple on the other end there. And you put it in the gauge like such. And what you do then is you zero out your indicator, put that to 0, and then when you tighten the bolt, the indicator will go up like so, and it tells you how much you're stretching the rod bolt. And the rod bolt has a number on it, and it will tell you what the rod bolt is supposed to be torqued to. Like this is a 8740 bolt, 7/16 typical bolt, comes on a Eagle connecting rod. Says 63 foot-pounds, 5.9 thousandths to 6.3 thousandths a stretch. The connecting rods in this big block here have an ARP L19 bolt. It says torque those to 79 foot-pounds or 7.3 thousandths to 7.7 thousandths a stretch. Here's a chart that comes with your connecting rods when you buy Eagle connecting rods. And the reason that they do that is clamping load. All your newer stuff, manufacturers nowadays have stretch bolts. And the purpose of the stretch bolt is to eliminate the torque error. When you tighten a bolt up to, say, 30 foot-pounds, and they want you to tighten it to 180 degrees, the bolt will actually stretch, and they figure X amount of clamp load for the bolt when it's torqued, and then it stretches. That's why you can only use the bolts once. So I'll bring you over to the motor and we'll stretch the bolts, and I'll be right back. All right, the dial indicator is 0 there. Tighten here and we'll watch it. That's 5. 7.5. There you go. Now we got 7 more connecting rods to do, and it'll be done. And when I get that finished, I'll be right back. Okay, all the rod bolts are stretched to 7.5 thousandths. Takes about an hour and a half, 2 hours. That's why I didn't film it. I didn't want to bore you with that, but you got the idea of the process. Torquing the bolts is good, but to get your maximum clamp load, you really should stretch the fastener to the manufacturer's specs. 9 times out of 10, if you have a rod failure and it ends up being one of the bolts came loose, will either fall out, or when it comes loose, it finally wears enough where the bolt breaks. And it's my opinion that stretching the bolt is the better way to go. But there again, it takes 2 hours of time. So, you know, having somebody build an engine costs X amount of dollars, and time is money. But I feel that that time spent is well worth it, and that's why I stretch the bolts. So I got a couple of other projects coming up on this motor. I'm going to show you degreasing the cam, and then this motor is going to use copperhead gaskets because it's a nitrous motor. So I have to put new wires in the block. The block has been O-ringed, cut for O-rings. I have to put new wire in a block for O-rings, and then we'll put the copperhead gaskets on it and torque the heads. And when the motor is assembled, I'm going to run it, heat cycle it a few times. And then after the motor is cooled off, remove the valve train, re-torque the heads, and then we're going to take it to the dyno. So thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.